Okay. So good morning. I am Gobinath, working as an assistant professor in ECE department at MP Nachimuthi M. Jagannathan Engineering College, Erode, Tamil Nadu. First of all, I want to thank the PanTech e-learning team members who give me wonderful opportunity to deliver the international technical webinar in the title of Driverless Smart Car. And I welcome all students, faculty members, industry persons and all. So before we enter into the slide, we want to see some introduction as the keynote speaker give introduction about a driverless car as well as its introduction. So it is a vehicle, not a car. Do you believe? Yes, that's true. It's a vehicle which navigates from one place, source to another place, that is called source to destination. How it works with the supporting parameter of ADAS and ROS. It's emerging technologies to save human life. Yes, it's saving our human life. Just imagine many persons who ride bicycle or motorcycle on a straight road. Some people free their hands and travel within seconds. Feel how they travel was. Yes, you felt the same in our smart car or vehicle. Without a driver, yes, wearing seat belt. When you see the video on smart car functioning on the road without the driver, the seat itself wears seat belt. Nowadays, people aware of wearing the seat belt. Few doesn't fine. With a smart keynote, we move to the presentation now. So abstract. So day-to-day life, a comfort zone was needed to every human being. Yes, in practical life, usage of car for a family is an essential part. We have two-wheeler, but we need two-wheeler for a family. So the choice was car. So people like women, adult, physically handicapped, children, they cannot travel themselves for exceptions who don't know driving. To lead a healthy and comfortable journey, a driverless smart car is the purpose to do the all. So implementation in real time is difficult. When we apply on Indian roads, it's very challenging. We look all way like economic perspective. Time to market is a challenging task. New innovative projects and research can be done by all young budding engineers in the recent topic. We want to find the pathway to use the smart car by all class of people in developing nation like our India. The next one, ROS and ADAS. So as a keynote speaker and introduction, PanTech members, Kumar Samsar also initiate ROS and ADAS. The two parameters which involved in our topic, one is ROS. The explanation is robotics operating system, and another one is ADAS. Explanation is advanced driver assistance systems or autonomous navigation with computer vision. These two parameters done a major role in our vehicle. The smart car, yes, the smart is a wonderful word. Everyone likes the smart. We need to be smart, and we want to be smart in all smart gadgets. So we want all smart gadgets in our life, like starting from mobile, watches, TV, etc. The smart car is gifted by our engineers. The autonomous car, otherwise known as driverless car, driver-free car, self-driving car, that is car drive by its own, or robotics car or bot car. The Waymo undergoing test in San Francisco. Pictures shows quite impressive, isn't it? Yes, it is. So Waymo began as a Google self-driving car project in 2009. They told we are making it safe and easy to get around without need of anyone in the driver's seat. Waymo drivers uses all data to calculate a safe route with the help of AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Allow the car to respond in real time evolving traffic environment. We travel for pickup and drop purpose. So approximately how the driverless car charges, so $50 on 2 trips. So Waymo is charging for the drive. So totally 26.5 miles. So quite economic, yes. The other company is Cruise, which serves autonomous car on the rental basis, gives services. The two company, one is Waymo and Cruise. So RoboRace autonomous racing car. So it was a competition between autonomous driving powered vehicle found in 2015 by Dennis Verdau. So competition design a robot either wired or wireless within specified dimension that can be operated manually travel through all turns of track. So nowadays, it's no longer continuing. So autonomous driving allow a driver to completely hand-free while driving at low speed in traffic. It's a vehicle capable of sensing the environment and operating without human involvement using multiple sensors, including cameras, radar, sonar, and LIDAR. So what is the explanation of LIDAR? Light detection and ranging. It allows vehicle to make calculated decision, detect objects. So financial consideration. So this is one of the important word, financial. Yeah, when we go for smart car, we look after the financial consideration too. When you book a rental car, we pay as we travel further. Comparing with driverless car, much higher than that. So we service do that. Many people step out from the home, they book a rental car, not decide to buy a new car. So instead, people use public transport, taxi services, and occasionally rental cars. The technological advancement should answer safety concerns. We look after all safety concerns without the driver. The car is moving. We want to look after the safety concerns. So safety concerns want to look after on driverless car. So vehicular communication. So when we travel on the road, we give hand sign or indicator sign to nearby or rear of the car. Likewise, the vehicular communication is more important. So they are usually divided into 4 use cases. So what are they? What is the purpose of designing vehicular communication? To enable continuous, reliable, high-speed, authenticable interaction between moving vehicles. The 4 cases are, the first one is V2V, communication of vehicles to other vehicles. Yes. So when we travel, we want to communicate the vehicle. So blow the horn or show the hand sign. Either we turn left or right or go straight. We want to indicate the people nearby. That V2V. The second one is V2I. So vehicles roadside infrastructure. So we want to know about the infrastructure. When we travel on metropolitan cities, the infrastructure is different, quite broad. When we travel on the town, when we travel on the villages, it's quite different. So we want to know the infrastructure. Likewise, the driverless smart car know the infrastructure to drive on the road. The next one is V2P. So vehicles to pedestrians. So we want to look after the important factor is the public, the human being, the living being, or any bird or animal. Everything is important. So we look after the pedestrians too. The next one is V2N. So vehicles to cellular network. So we need network coverages at last for every purpose. So cellular network is very important to receive the data to control the car. The next one is V2X. So vehicles to everything. So nowadays, without vehicle or either cycle or motorcycle or car, we need a vehicle to move from one place to another. The next one, the pros of self-driving cars. So we go into list of pros. First and foremost, prevention of car crashes. So a survey told that 37,133 vehicles fatalities in 2017. So see that 94% of car crashes due to human error. Unbelievable. So sophisticated systems and algorithm will essentially eliminate cost of human error. So causes like drunk, distracted driving will not be the factor with the self-driving cars. So self-driving cars reduces accident by 90%. So definitely it's a God gift. So next one, societal cost savings. So we look after pros and cons of automated car to the society of people who are using further. So survey shows autonomous vehicle to save approximately $800 billion every year. So reduction in car crashes, related cost, reduced strain on healthcare systems, efficient transportation, better fuel saving. It contributes to the societal cost savings and also the human life. So it's a gift on one, right? Yeah. So traffic efficiency. So traffic, you know very well, whenever you ride on the road by car or two-wheeler, either by walk, you know the traffic. Third one is the major benefit of self-driving car, communicate with each other. We already saw in the slide. So communication with a real-time car, optimized distance from each other. Find and determine best route you take, eliminate bumper to bumper traffic jams. So before we move on to the next slide, if you have any doubt, as of now. So kindly post a YouTube chat the box. So at the last, the team members will answer all the queries. So we go for next slide. So we continue the presentation. So better access and mode of transportation. So mode of transportation, be safe and reliable, helpful to disability or elder, able to get into the self-driving car without risk. Limited coverage and lacking in infrastructure, benefit for self-driving cars. Environmental friendly, yes, it's environmental friendly by using electric car. A debate on pros and cons on self-driving cars. Autonomous car likely electrically rather than utilized internal combustion engine. So it have consistent speed. Self-driving cars reduced constant braking and accelerating. Reduced emission, becoming an environmental sustainable. The next cons of self-driving cars. As of now, we saw a few pros of self-driving car. New, we're going to see the list of cons that are. The first, security issues. The first and foremost, why we move on a selfless driving car, the security issues, the possibility of hacking. So automated talk and coordinate with each other, share the same network protocol. It is a large number of cars share the same network. It would be susceptible to hack. So jobless. So when we introduce the driverless car, it may be jobless. So for drivers, so I'll give one example. So in the early days, people used recharge their mobile phone or top of their mobile phones. What they do, they went to the shop either by scratch the card or tell the number to recharge. Right? What happened nowadays? So nowadays at home itself, we do the same. Even though few recharge shops that to do the services. Likewise, the same thing will going to happen. When everyone, 100% people are not going to buy the self-driving car, even though. So people can adopt the changes, and we want to alert for the life to be challenging. So adopt the technologies as people adopt the technologies like mobile recharge. The initial cost, the cost factor. So before we see the financial consideration, likewise initial cost, the cost we discussed earlier about the cost initial automated vehicles may be astronomical. Estimated cost around $250,000 per vehicle to own for an autonomous vehicle. If exceed of productions and purchase of cost come down. So next one, the moral machine dilemma. The lack of ability to make the judgment between the multiple unfavorable outcomes. There are two possible options. The only two possible options. The one is veering to left and striking pedestrian, or veering to right and hit the trees and injury the passengers inside the car or the persons of a family. So both options are undesirable, right? So next one, the machine error. So we examine pros and cons of a driverless car into the consideration. Most agree self-driving car, like prevent more accidents from happening, not completely eliminate the risk by machine error. If software fails, think what happened. Driver take control of the vehicle. So just see the illustrations of ADAS sensors in the modern autonomous vehicle. Just see the picture shows the front and rear of the car, and the difference of color shows the application starting from. The first form, adaptive cruise control. In short form, it is also called as ACC. So what is adaptive cruise control? It's an active safety system that automatically controls the acceleration and braking of the vehicle. The next one, emergency braking, collision avoidance, pedestrian detection. So we want to detect. This is a driverless car, right? It's a smart car. So next one is traffic sign recognition. So we want to look after the traffic, right? Either red light, green or yellow glows. We want to look after the traffic sign. And the land departure warning, and also the cross traffic alert and parking assistance. So aside of the smart car, the surround view, how it looks like, and the blind spot detection at side of a car. So what is blind spot? So other vehicles located to the driver, side and rear warning can be visual, audible, vibrating or tactile. So blind spot detection do that. The rear of the car is park assist. So rear collision warning allows the park assistance and surround view. The illustrations of ADAS sensors in the modern autonomous vehicle. So sense of human being, the sense of human drivers. So the eye is the main sensor. It is a stereoscopic image need to process it in our brain in three-dimensional spaces. So our ear detect sirens of government vehicle or ambulance, the honking sound from other vehicles, the right road crossing warning bells, all input sensory data is processed by our brains. It integrated with our knowledge of rules of driving. It operates vehicle correctly and react to unexpected. This is the main thing. React to the unexpected is main thing. The next one is application of automotive radar sensor. So the good to directing metal objects, so as picture shows, the stop and go for ACC. So we already discussed ACC, adaptive cruise control, the stop and go under the pre-crash. So pre-crash sensors and parking aid and collisions, mitigations and blind spot. So the picture shows and the color difference between front and rear of the car. So the applications, so good at detecting metal objectives like car, trucks and buses. So images shows essential for collision warning, mitigation, blind spot detection, lane changing assistance, parking assistance and adaptive cruise control and more. If you have any doubt, so kindly type on chat box. Surplus the consultation will respond to all queries. Right? Right. We move on to the next slide. So using sonar sensors and sound to sense objects behind the vehicle. So sonar, the expansion, sound, navigation, and ranging. The ultrasound sensors generate high frequencies at 48 kilohertz, twice high typical to human hearing range. So ultrasound sensors are the road at risk on the back of this car. So see, the picture shows the red circles of the sensors, right? The red circle shows clearly of the car. Right. The red circle indicate it have limited range compared to radar. So object within 2.5 to 4.5 meter within the bracket the field source of sensors. So ultrasound is a less expensive alternative to radar. So ultrasound sensors are not used for navigation because the range is limited, not detect objects. So application of automotive radar sensors. So as we see the picture before, right? So the main applications is that so automotive sensor radar signals. The radar signals range up to 300 meters in the front vehicle. The important during highway speeding driving. So detection of other vehicles, so obstacles very fast and bad weather. You know the climate change. Whenever the climate change, so we cannot. The visibility is difficult, right? So we want to detect. We want to take the consideration of that also the bad weather and also the visibility occurrence. So typical solid state LIDAR, we already saw the explanation of LIDAR, right? Light detection and ranging. You're correct. So sensor used in autonomous vehicle. The picture shows that how the pulse transmit, how it receives as echo, right? The two object tensor is for the reference, right? So used to detect objects and map their distance with the real time. It is a type of radar used one or more laser as an energy source. We can check out in grocery stores. The higher end sensor rotate safe laser beam in all directions. It employs time of flight receiver that measure in reflections. Right. So before ending my PPT, before we going for the interactions, before we look after all your doubts or queries, so I want to thank the PanTech e-learning team members providing technology knowledge to all students. And also bottom of my heart, I render my sincere thanks to PanTech e-learning team choosing as a resource person. Thank you so much. So now interaction session starts. And also I want to thank Vijayalakshmi Car Care E-Road who gave me moral support while comparing for a real-time car and smart car. Thank you. I hope you get a few knowledge information about this topic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank you, Gobenath, sir.
Welcome, sir.
It was really real-time. You got explained the concepts. basic level concepts. Thank you for dealing with us. Participants, in case if you have any queries, it is possible. Any queries? Santosh, you can ask about
Uh,
I will try to. I will try to answer some of the questions which you have. Driverless cars work. Do the driverless cars work when there is no signal? Driverless cars signal and net are mandatory. We will be using AI sensors. We will be using internet, and all the sensors has to be connected, and it has to be in the same network so that self-driving voice commands or self-driving calls can be taken.
Okay, here we have one question about can AI size recognize size required for movement of a vehicle. Okay, so yeah, we can use like if you take a self-driving car, there will be like so many different type of. It is a collision of so many like fusion of so many different type of sensor inputs. Like there will be 3D cameras, there will be lidars, and there will be radars, and there will be other type of small range finding sensors, and GPS will be used, and also there will be 2D cameras will be also used. So using these cameras or 2D camera or 3D camera, we can and using deep learning, we can easily recognize any kind of objects. So like if you take any normal kind of deep learning system, we can implement like the system recognize so many different objects. So when it comes to self-driving car, we have to expand this to a higher level. So so a self-driving car with such a capability can recognize and measure the size of any kind of object that is in front of it, like whether it is a pedestrian or an animal or any other kind of object or another vehicle. It can easily estimate the distance, and it can easily recognize the size of the object. Okay, ADAS is actually is a driver assistance system. It is an essential part of any driverless vehicle and any type of driverless vehicle. So like even if you're not talking about driverless vehicle, if we are just talking about normal vehicle, like cars, advanced cars these days, they all have ADAS systems, and these are like automatic braking system and different type of safety systems and alarm systems. These all consist of ADAS. So when it comes to autonomous vehicle, the ADAS system is very highly advanced. It can like we said, just like I said right now just before, like it can recognize a surrounding environment, and it can do different things based on that. So ADAS means it is making sure that the passengers are safe and avoiding any kind of problems. So sonar is actually, someone is asking about sonar. Sonar, I don't think sonar should can be used in is used in autonomous cars. It's we can use radar. Radar is used, lidar is used, and 3D cameras, GPS. All these can be used for different type of navigation purposes. Yeah, you can. That is one of the things you can. Somebody is asking about image for self-driving cars. Yeah, that is one of the things, one of the parts of in a self-driving car. So yeah, it will, like I just said, it will be used for like pedestrian detection or human detection. Like for example, if you someone been asking about questions, can we implement this in villages? Yeah, we can implement this in villages because we are not just solely depending on the appearance of a road or a motorway system. It can be like the GPS is used. So by using GPS, we can, even if there is not a black road, tar road, still the vehicle can find the road, find where the road is. And by using different type of other sensors, it can easily find that find the area. And so the camera and the vision sensors are one of the important parts where it is used for recognizing the environment, the surrounding environment, so that it can recognize whether it is a city road uh, or it is a highway, or it could be a village road. So it can the vehicle can differentiate between all these different categories based on the images and all the vision input that it is getting, and also based on the GPS data. So it can easily navigate through that. So that is already implemented. So if you can watch different type of videos like autonomous, they have already implemented in big trucks. They have conducted in highways and like lane like roads. They're conducted in mud roads in village areas. So this is already conducted, this type of experiments. You can see that by yourself. No, there is no need for, we can add like it is your choice. You can add like voice commands for your car if you want to. Like you can initiate it with the different type of voice commands, or you can deactivate the self-driving feature by giving a command. So for that purpose, you can use voice commands. Or if you want to intervene, like in the middle, like you're sitting in the driver's seat, and you're not driving, but car is driving. Suddenly, you want to stop the car or some type of things. We can use voice command for that purpose. For some reason, you can use voice command, but it is not needed for fully controlling, because it is not controlling. It is fully autonomous, so there is no need to control.
Any other questions?
I don't know about this. Someone asking about some anecdotal some incident. I don't know about that exactly. There may be some news, something. So there are like so many people are like doing experiments. So here someone is asking. There was news, some car actually had a accident, and a man met with an accident. So I don't know the exact incident, the particular incident. So there will be some anecdotal incidents, some things will be happening. So because the experiment it is done throughout the world by different companies, so we can expect some of some stories like that. We don't need, somebody is asking what are the different ways to give commands. That is depending on that depends on your the design, dashboard design. So if you design the dashboard for you to give with a mic and input audio, or if you have a touchpad, so you can have like different type of command interfaces. It is your wish, like your wish means the person who's designing that person's wish. Autonomous car doesn't have anything to do with the giving commands. Giving commands you can do in any kind of a cars or system. With the current technologies, we can give commands very easily through audio, or by gestures, or through input like touch input. So command is not a thing that is not part of a that is not even part of the self-driving car. You don't need to add that in. you can easily know, like we have like multiple sensors, right? So radar sensor is one of the like most important thing when somebody one person is asking how to know the distance from one vehicle to another vehicle. So this is actually, in this case, radar is used for that particular purpose. So radar can actually measure the distance, and it can like tell the size of the vehicle in front of you, and based on that information, and also other camera 3D camera information and lidar information, it can easily predict what type of vehicle it is, whether it is a car or a truck or a two-wheeler. So it can predict what type of car it is, and based on that it can keep a safe distance, and the distance can be measured easily using radar sensor. The distance can be easily measured. So by using that method, the vehicle can keep a distance, safe distance.
Thank you, Navin sir, for sharing your experience on ADAS and ROS. And participants, that's the end, and we have come to the end of the session. We will be having interactive session in the afternoon also, wherein we will be providing you with the update on the system. We will be providing you with the direct prototype that we have already done and implemented here. And it will be session which will be there in the afternoon. It will be hosted by Mr. A.P.GOBENATH and the session is the session engineer and after the session we have in the class brief display of the innovation of the cars. And you will be getting an exact replica of how the mapping is being done, how the sensors are working. So you will be getting exact briefing. And stay tuned. We will be live on 2 o'clock. In case if you are not joined the group, we'll be posting the WhatsApp link also. The session link will be posted, will be sent to your mail, and we will also be posting the. Thank you all. GOBENATH sir and Smita ma'am, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for supporting.
We'll keep you posted.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kavita ma'am.